Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs. Welcome back to Decidedly Neapolitan. Let's get down to it, and down to the basement, where I'm going to be doing some enchanting. Now that I've got, I don't want those books, now that I've got a few levels under my belt, I did actually manage to, before I do that, I will show you this, I managed to get the printing press working, and the Looting 3 books are now here on the shelf, as you can see, 3 copies, and you're kind of getting 2 extras on top of one you use to make the printing press plate. But I've got my reading glasses with me, so you can take a look and see there are 5 chasers in here now, which means one of them ended up being turned into a plate, and then you add ink to that, and yeah, you kind of copy the book that way. So that was kind of interesting to see that process in action, and I'm hoping that I can get a couple more decent books out of the enchanting table so I can copy some more. And 30 levels. Here we go. Power 4. Okay, not bad. I've got Power 3 bow, so Power 4 is going to be useful. Let's see how many levels this will take to copy. I assume it's not going to be very much because it's not a super valuable book. Let's put the reading glasses back on. Wish there was a quick way of swapping between those two. That says, let's say 31 levels. It's a little bit steep, but I reckon I can do it. I don't think I'll have enough to get up to level 31 just from these XP berries, but there should be enough eventually, once I got the XP berry farm harvested again. I think it's probably still growing right now. So, not to worry, we're going to move on and do some other stuff today. What I wanted to do was make a Silk Touch pickaxe, and I was looking into the materials required to do that with Tinker's Construct. Where did I put the book? Is it back in here? Is it in my other hotbar? My tool belt? I don't think it is. I'm not sure what's happened to the book, but anyway, I was looking around for the materials to make that, and it needs an emerald, and I have absolutely no idea where I can get an emerald on this server, because as far as I know, nobody has any villager trading setups anywhere. I've not seen a village when I've been exploring, although I think Jeff found one in one of his early episodes. So it's entirely possible they are out there. I might just have a quick raid of the spawn bases over here, because I know Sean isn't going to be back, so he doesn't need any of his stuff. So if there is an emerald available in his chest, I might swipe that for my purposes, because you need an emerald to make, I think it's like a silky stone or something like that. It involves the aluminum brass, and the and some string, I think. What do we got down here? That's a slime. That's not emeralds. Any emeralds? Any emeralds for sale? What are those stingberries? Ugh. Those look creepy. Can't see anything emerald like in any of these chests, so it looks like we may be out of luck there. I was also kind of hoping I would get one off of those treasure drops that you occasionally get, but it doesn't look like I'll be getting them from there either. And those are slime blocks, right? Yeah, those look a little bit like emerald blocks, but they're not. He's got a few diamonds in there, but I'm not going to swipe those. And looks like we're out of luck, folks. Looks like we're not going to be getting any emeralds from here. So that'll do for now. I'm not going to pursue that much further. I might have to either go find an extreme hills biome, and I've no idea with the amount of extra biomes there are in this world if emeralds will spawn elsewhere. But I've not really seen an extreme hills around, so it might be the case that we have to go find ourselves a zombie villager, and or find a village on its own, and maybe like, yeah, see if I can cure a zombie villager to get trades or something like that. So today we're going to do a little bit more industrial craft stuff. I have a little bit of that planned, and we'll see where it takes us. But I'm going to make a metal former today, because you can automate the construction of stuff like wires and plates and things that way. And I've been doing that by hand and going through a bunch of materials to make, you know, the forge hammers and stuff, and the wire cutters, and we don't really need to be doing that if we can automate the process. So that's my plan. That's my plan for today, is to do that. And there was a couple of other things that I thought I might end up doing, but I'm not sure if we will get around to those today. So for the metal former, the first thing we need to do is make ourselves a chest. What is this? Is that smelting anything? Where is that noise coming from? Because I swear I heard it earlier. It's almost like one of the machines is running, but it doesn't actually have anything. None of them have anything in them. which is really strange. I think it might just be some kind of glitch with Industrial Craft or something. I don't think anything's actually operating around here. Anyway, we need a chest to start off with. I'm going to make that out of the handy trusty sequoia wood. And let's make a couple of those actually, because I can always use chests for things. And I think I need 2 toolboxes for this one, so I will need 2 chests in any case. So let's make 4, and then bronze for the casing. I've actually got this up on the second monitor right now, so I know what I'm doing. Do I have any bronze around here? I think the bronze might be in here. Oh, there's copper in there. Right. How do we make bronze again? This is something that I will have to quickly check up. Bronze ingots. What do we need? That's forestry. We don't want from forestry. We want it from industrial craft. So we get that from bronze dust. How do we get bronze dust? From other bronze things. That's helpful. Right, let's have a look at the wiki real quick. So we need copper dust and tin dust for that, and then we smelt them together in a furnace to get the ingots. That makes sense. Okay, so we'll need to do that with... Is it going to be a macerator that we'll do that with? With the ores, I guess that's probably how you get the dust. So we need a ton of copper, and we need some tin. Is that going to be the right kind of tin? This is probably the right kind of tin. I'm not sure if those 2 mods talk to each other when it comes to the industrial craft side of things. So let's throw the copper in there, let's throw the tin in there, and then hopefully that will be enough power going in. I think it's nighttime right now, so let's go and sleep real quick. It's the problem with solar power. I've been considering other sources of power. A few people have been encouraging me to go nuclear, and I'm like, maybe I will wait until I know a little bit more about industrial craft before I go and build something that could potentially blow up everyone's bases at spawn. Okay, that's crushed ore. So what do we need to get the dust? Okay, so it turns out that you need to get the dust by crushing the actual ingots, not the ores, but that's fine because I've got myself a couple of bronze ingots from the Tinker's Construct smeltery, so we should be able to hammer these out. I assume we can anyway. If we can do that with Tinker's Construct bronze, then so much the better. Let's head over here to do that because those machines are a little bit noisy. Right, we've got bronze plate there. Get a few more of those and we can have bronze item casing. We need 5 of those to make a toolbox, so we need just a couple more of those, which we can probably get by combining the dust this way. Let's quickly throw the tin in the other macerator, get that on the move. Gosh, those are noisy. And we can go chest there, we can put the item casing around that, and we have toolbox number 1. So we need 2 of these, an electronic circuit, some coils, and a basic machine casing. And I'm pretty sure I either have a machine casing in here or I have the stuff required to build one. Is that iron plates? I think it might be iron. It's either iron plates or iron item casing like that. Let me just check that it's not the tin. Because no, it's not the tin. Okay, good. We can hammer out some iron as well, because we have a bunch of that in here from the Tinker's Construct stuff. Let me quickly try the plates, just in case it's regular old iron plates. Oh, it is. Great. Okay, we'll grab one of those then. And we need the dust from this to make one more bronze dust. And we'll turn that into a bronze ingot. Okay, we've got a ton of bronze dust. Fair enough. We can smelt that in here, hammer that into a plate, hammer that plate into 2 item casing, and we'll have enough for the second toolbox. Pop that in there like so, and there we go. So we've got that. Now we need copper coils, which are iron ingots surrounded by copper wire. So for that we'll need the wire cutters back again. This is how come it's going to be so much better when we have a metal former, because having to do all of this stuff manually is kind of a chore. So let's see what we have here. I've got a block of iron that I can turn into some iron ingots real quick. And then once we come back down here, got some more bronze coming out of there. Very good. Grab the tin and copper and we'll stash those in this chest here for now. Probably stash the bronze away in there as well. I've got a little bit of copper cable, but we'll need some more. And copper ingots here, so maybe we'll need a little bit more copper from the smeltery. Not to worry if we do. Turn that into plates, and then I think it's the plates that you cut up into wires. Is it not? It is. Very good. So one of these surrounded by copper wire makes a single coil, like so. So we'll grab one of those, and then we need a ton more copper. So let me see if I have any of that in here. I don't think we do, so let's tap some off from the smeltery real quick. Doesn't look like I have any in here right now because I think it all ends up being made into aluminium brass. So we'll probably have to do the copper stuff with the furnace over here. Let's macerate it so we get twice the amount. This shouldn't take too long, but I will cut back in when we have a little bit more copper ready. 2 more of those and we have ourselves 3 coils. Now the last thing to do is grab some redstone real quick, which we have in here. Just need 2 redstone dust for that because we're going to make an electronic circuit, which I remember how to make. I think if you put 2 redstone either side of that and surround it with copper cable, there we go, electronic circuit. And so the crafting recipe for this, I think, is 2 toolboxes either side of there, electronic circuit on the top, 3 coils on the bottom, and a machine casing. And we have ourselves a metal former, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be very, very useful. And that is going to be the first machine we're going to be putting here in our very, very elegant looking sort of secondary industrial craft area. And hopefully those machines will shut up in a minute because it's a little bit noisy in here. But not to worry, I'm going to put it right there on the floor, and this has 3 different modes. It can turn stuff into wire, it can turn stuff into plates, and it can turn stuff into casing. I think that's how it works. Anyway, there might be like pipes and stuff involved, but that's looking pretty good so far. That's looking pretty good. Let's grab a bunch of this copper, and I have a feeling we'll be needing more copper, so we'll probably put that on. Gosh, Industrial Craft is a noisy mod, you guys. This is why I haven't explored it anymore. I'm not sure what kind of noise the metal former is going to make, but it's probably going to make an equivalent amount of noise. So we will see what this thing is capable of. Yes, I did just put my traveler's goggles on so I could zoom in on stuff. I do like the ability to zoom. It's just something I've got really used to with Optifine. Anyway, metal former on the go, and I think we might be able to power it from the opposite side of this bat box. I will see what I can do about that. I don't have a shovel anymore, so I kind of need to make a shovel. I also really want to make a hammer in Tinker's Construct because I feel like that would be an additional thing that is going to be kind of useful. And that needs a couple of obsidian plates or something, or a plate of some kind anyway. I feel like obsidian is usually the strongest material for that kind of stuff. And it has smite as an ability as well, which is really interesting. So let's see what we can do with this. Need some wires again though, so we'll need to make those probably out of tin. I think tin wire conducts better. I can't remember if that's the case or if it's the other way around, but we will see what we can muster up. Now this is tin that we can use from Tinker's Construct, and we can still use it to make the wire, I think, as long as we have wire cutters, which we currently don't, and I can't remember how to make those off the top of my head. So cutters, oh, let's try and spell that right. There we go. We need those. We need iron plates and iron ingots. Okay, that makes sense. Well, we've got a couple of tin plates, and we've got the iron that we need to turn that into those, so that's absolutely fine. Let's craft some of those real quick, like so, and then from the tin plates we want some tin wire, like that, tin cable, and we can coat that with rubber just because. Better to have insulated stuff than get electrocuted, I guess. And is that going to be enough to get the bat box powering this metal former? I think it is. I think it should be enough. Now, are we going to have any leaks through there? Doesn't look like it. Right. We'll need to scaffold my way up here real quick. And pop a wire in here at the back. So hopefully this is actually outputting down to, yeah, we'll need a couple more. Either that or we'll need to move this metal former over here, but I'm a little bit worried about moving IC machines around because they have not proven the most movable in previous circumstances, so maybe we'll run the wire across there and down into the side or something like that. That might be a little bit more elegant than the situation we've got here right now. So let me grab a little bit more tin and we can make some more wires. It's going to be so much easier when we can do this all in an automated way. Plates first, cutters next. Wow, finally those machines have calmed down. That's nice. Feels nice and peaceful in here as well. I've commented before that it was kind of ironic I built this Zen garden looking place in somewhere that was going to be incredibly noisy, and yeah, that has definitely proven to be the case. Okay, it doesn't look like the bat box is going to be powering it from that side, which is kind of annoying. So instead, what I'm going to do is take another solar panel upstairs, install another bat box that can power specifically the machines in this room, and I'll probably need to upgrade that at some point to a low voltage solar array to get the amount of power that I will want, but hopefully for now this will do. So we can fill that back in. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the ceiling in here. It might end up being some more quarried stone or something. I'm just a little bit worried that I'm going to flood the whole room, but that's not a problem in the long run. I think we should be able to figure that out. And finally, the metal former has power, and it's not much power right now. I have a feeling it will definitely need a little bit more than this if we're going to use it on a regular basis. So upgrading that to a low voltage solar array is going to be a priority. These machines all run fine off the one array, so it should not need too much more unless it's, I don't think it's nighttime right now, otherwise the bat box wouldn't be charging. So, gonna need to work on that, I think, a little bit, but for now, this should work okay. Let's try it out. Let's see if we can cut a copper. It's a copper plate that we can turn into copper wire. Yep, seems to be working okay. It's definitely draining a lot of power, though. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good for our purposes, and it might just about get there. Come on. Just a little bit more. Yep, it's definitely going to need some better power than this. Either that or the bat box is going to need to charge for a while before we do anything. Just a couple more seconds. There it is, copper cable. That took a lot longer than I expected. So we will work on getting some better power supply to that. The last thing I wanted to do, let's end the episode on a bit of a high note, because let me dump out all of this industrial craft stuff into a chest first, because I have a bunch of diamonds down here which I want to fortune, and there is no better time to do that than when you've just had a hard day's work. It's sort of like relaxation. It's therapy, isn't it? So down into the strip mine, I've been doing a lot of mining down here just to make sure I've got enough lapis, because my Tinker's Construct luck pickaxe is now at Fortune 3. It's got the maximum amount of lapis on it right now. So we should be getting a ton of diamonds from down here. It's down one of these little side tunnels. I forget exactly which one, but I think it's probably just around here. Yes. So here we go. We've got 6 blocks of diamond here. Should be getting a bunch from this, and I will need a ton of diamonds for some other stuff I want to do, specifically making some more heart canisters, because that is going to take a lot. Aha! Here's our next lucky patch. Let's quickly gather these up. Doing pretty well so far, doing pretty well. 26, not a bad haul for the end of the episode. Well, we're going to leave it there, folks. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Decidedly Neapolitan. My name has been Pixlriffs. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. I think being thankful for stuff is very, very important. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the stuff that I am thankful for personally, because I think it's a good thing to do. I feel like it's nice to spread positive vibes that way, and it's definitely something that I want to share with you guys.